Right, so in this next video, we are going to set him up and we're going to move him over. So right now, he's kind of locked down. If I actually select to move this, we see there he is. I can move him anywhere I want. And so I'm just going to move him over for right now. And I'm going to turn on my title action safe so I can see where he's going to fit. So I'll worry about his scale and stuff when I get the text in. And remember, I'm basically trying to go for what I had in my logo layout. So remember, this was my layout, okay? And now we're going to start working on the text so we can get all this stuff working together. So for me, I could have copied this over and brought it in. But it's good to separate or just recreate some of the stuff. And I'm going to change it a little bit just because of the nature of the background and stuff. So I'm going to modify this a little bit just for the sake of ease. So I'm imagining, I mean, I could keep it pretty simple, but what I want to do is kind of break these up a little bit so that I can show you a couple of ways of animating the text. Now, you are not obligated to have to do all of this. I'm just showing multiple ways, and then you can decide how you want to animate your logo. So, the two things I need to know is number one, what font am I using? So, when I double click, I'm using Myriad Pro for the text down below, as well as the .com. Over here, I'm using a special font, which I'll have to modify a little bit, called Baby Blocks. And that's just a font that I downloaded and used. So, I know I need Myriad Pro. I know I need Baby Blocks. I know I need it to kind of lay out. And a little line that's right here as well, which we'll make with a shape. And so let's go in and start. So what we're going to do for right now, oops, come back here, is we're going to make that text. And right now, I can also decide, do I want this to be a white background or a black background? And it really, because obviously in my illustration, it's a white background with black text. Well, that's not going to work if I have a black background because then I'm not going to see my text, right? So that is a bit of a problem. So let's right click to the side and say composition settings, and let's change this to a white background. And that's all I needed to do. And now we could see we have it, and it's going to be a lot easier for me to do that now. I'm going to close this up for right now. And now I'm going to add some text in. So to do the text, let's just type in. So what do we have? TyTaughtMe.com instructional design. Let's do instructional design first. And what I can actually do is if I go into here and just copy this, because I've got my logo right here, and I'm going to go in to my text tool, Control T, put it in and paste, and there it is. Yay! And I'm just going to center it because I'm imagining this is all going to be the same, right? So we've got this down. Let's zoom in a little bit. So sizing and everything I'll adjust in a second, but for right now, this is what we have. Now, and we could see it's right in the name. That's going to make life really easy. Let's go back in. This, I want to do a little bit of a treatment, so I'm just going to first take this part, copy. Let's do another text. Paste, there we go. That was pretty odd. So let's put you into position. And now this guy, I'm going to do a little differently. Now, so you can see what's going on, because this is you probably won't be using a custom weird little thing like this, but the way this particular font works, and some fonts are like that, is that if I go in and let's just type in capital E, capital H, lowercase ELLO. So you can see what happens with this particular font. So let me just boost this up so you can see. So when I use this font, and here's the baby blocks, you'll notice that the capital letters are filled, and then the lowercase are reversed. And that's how this one is working. Okay. So if I want these to animate separately and have different, a different look to each one, then I need to compensate for that. These are these are actually lowercase. These are capitals. These are lowercase to get me that. Now, this is not a typical situation. This is a weird font, but that's all right. So what I'm going to do is I have to acknowledge that. And if I want these guys to be different, then what I'm going to do is make 3 sets. One for you, one for you, one for you. Once again, not a typical thing, but something that might happen. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to click here, say tie, or actually it's lowercase tie. And with this guy selected, I'm going to change it because I'm not using Myriad Pro. And I'm going to go maybe block there. Right. So there's tie right there. I'm going to Control D to duplicate that. So now I have a second one you can see. And I'm going to double click on it. Hot. Just move you because I'll grab both of these and move them up for right now. And we'll scale them down in a second. And now I'm going to take the tie, duplicate that, Control D, move you to the back, double click, me. Alrighty, so let's grab both you and you. I'm gonna change the color of this. Now, what I could do is if I'm looking at what's this color, here's the fill here. And I can see what that color is. You know what? Let's just do it this way. I can see if I double click here, it's giving me what the values are. RGB. So 240 in the red, 90 in the green, 40 in the blue. 240, 90, 40. Or I might be able to just grab these, copy. This guy selected. We just paste that right in, bam, and there's the exact color. Sweet. So you can see I basically just copied that directly over. Now these guys here, I select the stroke, click black, and now we have a black outline. If I will go to Illustrator and see like, oh, what did I have for the stroke weight for this? And this is the stroke weight. Copy. And where is my stroke? Here it is here. Paste. Bam. And now we have an exact of what it was in the other one.